We got about 3 inches of snow last night. It's about 20 degrees, 10 degrees with wind chill. Each of these tiny little ripples in the water here, it's as if they think they're conscious. The ocean freezes onto you and becomes your armor. All you have to do is take the temperature. And the best way to do that, honestly, is just dress appropriately. If you have the right armor for life, you can go in any environment, any club, bar, sanctuary, temple, political event. You can get your way in there. Some people call it networking, other people call it manifesting. Really, is your shadow fully unlocked? Is your internal compass fully calibrated? That is the question, my friend, and that is why you should always be leaning over the edge, looking for challenges, looking for opportunities to say, hey, shut me down, but here's my pitch. Always have an elevator pitch, always have, a backup plan. They tell you not to have a backup plan. You should burn your boats, I agree with that, but you should also have a backup plan. You should have plans, you should have ideas, you should be a breeding ground for, fertile thought. Mixing stuff together, stuff from here, your job is to mix it together. That is the human experience. That is the beautiful thing about, standing on the shoulders of giants, is that we have all this information to collect on and then continue building that tower. We're all trying to build the Tower of Babel back. I bet we're gonna see in our lifetime some crazy shit, man. We'll still be breathing oxygen, but I think we're gonna be in a whole different mental plane of just wow. So, come on, let's dive in and see what it's gonna be about. Snow is the perfect analogy for beauty. Like, it snowed a month ago by my house. There was this big pile of trash that unfortunately somebody threw by the stop sign by my house on this 2-lane road. It's there for 3 days, 4 days, no one does anything about it. But then it snows, and the snow comes in and everything looks beautiful. It all looks the same, it's uniform, it's even, but you know what's underneath. It's the same thing with beauty. It's a very shallow thing. It gets you in the door, but when you peel back those layers, all there is garbage. It's still garbage. You're at the top of the mountain now. You've gone as high as you can go in this incarnation. Now it's time for you to go as deep as you can go. And the best way to do that is by looking at your past. You see, that past life dictates a lot about what we're going to be in the future. And just like Mustafa said to the Lion King, look beyond what you see, I say look deeper. I don't think the Marianas Trench is the deepest thing on this planet. I think that's in your soul. Why are we here? I can't answer that for you. It's different for everybody. Standing on the cliff and leaning over with your toes isn't a bad way to find out. When's the last time you did something that really scared you? Sometimes years apart, sometimes decades apart for people. I get rejected almost every day. Little things like, oh, could I have my coffee 2 degrees colder? I have a sensitive tongue. Whether it's don't take things personally or don't compare yourself to others, it's like we live in a world, as the basic level, what makes a cell intelligent is its ability to respond to stimulus, right? Stimulus is the outside world. And so as physical incarnations, we essentially have these bodies, and we're a way more advanced version of the simple cell, but What made a cell smart was its nervous system, the ability to sense stuff and respond to it, and it basically do it better than its competition, acquiring all the food. And that was basically what all of mankind was based out of. All civilization, the whole zoological ecosystem. You know, people always say, don't take things personally. And it's like, I get what you're trying to go for there. In theory, you could live out in the wilderness like this and just base your whole existence off Maslow's hierarchy of needs. While you may be badass and kill a grizzly bear out there and live a cool life, you're not actually living a fulfilled life in the sense that you're not propagating your life. Unless the whole point of the universe was for you to kill that grizzly bear and mission accomplished, I think we're all trying to get somewhere as a vessel in this consciousness that we usually propagate through. The human DNA is essentially like a time code or a time capsule, I should say, of basically past histories and traumas and inventions. Lately, it's been a lot of, digital stuff, but one EMP, and theoretically all that goes away. So the only information truly that we're storing, as long as we can keep it away from nuclear reaction, because that's what basically decodes the human DNA is nuclear, which is also a big problem. Just me and the goose. Dang, look at these cliffs. You gotta listen to the birds as they chirp. I got a story to tell. You just ain't listening. And if you time it right with the sunshine and the ray of the beam and the snow in the fall, woo, that's a melody to behold. The lake over there, and there's a river over there. That's some pretty good water. Filtered through the rock. I need to get my ice from here. It's pretty good. Imagine, that's how like a majority of wars for human history were fought. You have the high ground, you build some walls, and you just get a bunch of rocks and hope it's enough. And it's that point in the hike where the snow or water finally gets into the shoe. A little bit of a sponge or a tea bag if you want to look at it that way. You can always wring that out later and drink some good old homebrew. I'm more of a calm chamomile kind of guy. Whoa. That's just straight mud right there. Till next time, namaste.